The law of sowing and reaping. If the church does not guide its congregation to find true protection and shelter, how unfortunate the congregation is. For there are many churches that do not understand how to lead their people to such protection. And it is not uncommon for churches to fail to guide their members to find true shelter. Indeed, sometimes the congregation can be stubborn, unwilling to listen or obey. But let us consider this from the church's side. A church that does not teach the truth, and thus leaves its congregation without real protection, is a church that only directs its people toward material blessings. Indeed, we face many challenges related to fulfilling our physical needs, but let us not dwell on that. When talking about the fulfillment of physical needs, there is a law, an order, and a set of principles that God has given equally, justly, and universally to all people. So even if a person doesn't go to church, or is an unbeliever, as long as they work diligently and honestly, they too can be blessed by God. We see this in nations where there may be no churches, yet the people live in prosperity. What a person sows, that they will also reap. So don't be lazy in your work, and don't neglect a healthy lifestyle or diet. It is ironic that many churches rarely dare to speak this way, as if the law of sowing and reaping does not apply to Christians. The common belief seems to be that as long as one prays, goes to church regularly, and gives tithes, they will surely be blessed. This is misleading, and it keeps the congregation ignorant. Some even ask for prayers so their children will pass their exams or move up a grade. As servants of God, of course we are willing to pray for people. But if parents fail to teach their children to study diligently, they should not be surprised if the children do not advance. How pitiful is the congregation that is not directed toward the truth. It's as if God is treated like a miracle cure, a quick fix for the diseases of poverty, failure, bankruptcy, or ignorance. We must be cautious of preachers or ministers who sell God, who treat prayer like a paid service, as though prayer alone can cancel out poverty, bankruptcy, or ignorance. Indeed, prayer is powerful, but prayer cannot replace responsibility. What we sow, we reap. So don't try to use God as a shortcut to blessing, abundance, fortune, or success without hard work and effort. A person who shirks responsibility is someone who cannot possibly enter heaven. Because a person who refuses to take responsibility, a lazy person, is denying their very humanity. So when God said, "Because of your sin, you will toil and sweat to earn your living, and the ground will produce thorns," he meant that we must work hard. That's why Paul said, "Anyone who is unwilling to work is considered someone who does not know God." This is not a trivial matter. Do not take the issue of responsibility lightly. Just because we have God, doesn't mean we are entitled to an easy life or easy income. If God were to make our lives easier in such a way that we became less responsible, less diligent, then that would be an evil God, a false God. That would not be the true God. The real God never spoils us. He wants us to work hard, to sow in tears, just as the Psalms say. So starting today, take a good look at your life. What time do you wake up? What do you do with your day? Are you working diligently and productively at the office? After work, what can you do? Remember, the rhythm of a disciplined parent's life sets an example for their children. Time is a priceless gift, a grace given to us. So let's fill our time with hard work. The fulfillment of physical needs. There is a law, an order, and a set of principles that God has given equally, justly, and universally to all people.